All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about something you see on pretty much every website, but for an automation tester, it's a fundamental skill to master, the radio button. We're going to break down exactly how you can use Selenium to select them, check that they're selected, and even count them. So yeah, let's teach our scripts how to click with perfect precision.
You know these things, right? These little circles. You can only ever pick one. It's super simple for a person, but for an automated script, it's a whole specific set of commands. The real challenge isn't just telling it to click. It's about making it click with confidence and then proving that it actually made the right choice. So, how do we do that? Okay, let's start with task number 1. We're on a web page, it's crowded, and we need to find just one single radio button and tell our script, hey, select that one. Honestly, mastering this is the foundation for everything else we're going to cover. It's really just a simple 3-step dance. First, you've got to locate your target. It's kind of like giving a friend an address. You need a unique locator, like an ID, to tell Selenium exactly which element you mean. Second, you store that element in a variable. Think of it like saving a contact in your phone. And finally, step 3, you actually tell Selenium what to do with it.
And that action is almost always this beautifully simple command, .click. Seriously, that's it. You find the element, and then you just tell it to click. This one command does all the work, perfectly simulating a user clicking their mouse and selecting that radio button for you.
So you told the script to click. Job done, right? Well, not so fast. In the world of software testing, you can never just assume things worked. You need cold, hard proof. You have to verify that your click actually did what you wanted it to do.
And asking this very question is what separates basic scripting from professional, rock-solid automation. Did the button really get selected? And maybe even more importantly, did the other buttons in the group get deselected? This is where verification becomes absolutely critical.
And luckily for us, Selenium gives us the perfect tool for this job, the .isSelected method. Now, when you use this on an element, it doesn't do anything. Instead, it just asks a simple question. Hey, are you selected? And it gives you a straight answer back, true or false. It's a really clean, direct way to check the state of any radio button.
Now look at this, because this shows the whole picture. Let's say we told our script to click the Redeem Flights button. When we check its status using isSelected, it correctly comes back as true. But here's the real proof, the clincher. When we check the other button, Book Flights, it returns false. This confirms the #1 rule of radio buttons. Only one can be selected, and it proves our test is working exactly like it should. Okay. Selecting and verifying one button? That's a great start. But what happens when the task gets a little bigger? What if you need to deal with the entire group of options all at once? Well, that's where things start to get really interesting. This is a super common scenario in testing, right? You might need to confirm that, say, 3 options are available to the user, not 2, not 4. You can't just use the same method we used before because that was designed to find only one specific element. We need a way to scoop them all up.
Okay, the crucial difference here is that tiny little S at the end. Find element, without the S, looks for one thing. And if it can't find it, your test fails with an error. But find elements, that's different. It searches for all the elements that match your criteria and puts them in a list. And here's the key part. If it finds none, it just gives you an empty list. Your test doesn't crash. This lets you write way more robust tests that can handle cases where elements might not always be there.
So to use Find Elements, you obviously need a locator that's common to all the buttons in the group. In this example, they all happen to share the same name attribute. So this XPath expression you see here, it's basically the search query we give to Selenium. We're telling it, hey, go find me every single element that has a name attribute equal to Book Flight Radio. So once Find Elements goes and fetches that list of all the matching radio buttons, the last step is super straightforward. You just call the .size method on that list.
And what do we get back? 2. After telling our script to find all buttons with that shared name, the .size method returns this simple number. But for a tester, this number is powerful. It's confirmation. It is proof that the user is seeing exactly the right number of choices. And now, our test can confidently pass or fail based on this one crucial piece of data.
So let's wrap this all up by putting it all together. Think of these 4 methods we just went over as your go-to toolkit for handling pretty much any radio button situation that gets thrown at you.
It's really that simple. You've got your action, .click. You've got your verification tool, .isSelected. You've got your way to grab a whole group, find elements, and your way to count them, .size. Armed with these 4, you can handle just about any radio button scenario with total confidence.
So there you have it. We just taught a machine to see, click, and count a simple circle on a screen. You know, every element on the web is its own little puzzle to solve. But the real takeaway here isn't just about the code, it's about how we can build a more reliable digital world, one tiny automated check at a time. So the question is, what puzzle will you solve next? Thanks for watching.